Hey folks, welcome back to Canada's Boxing Channel. I'm recording this on the eve of Robbie Burns night. So happy Robbie Burns night to anybody in Scotland, particularly Andy at Andy's Cavern. Hope you enjoyed your neeps and tatties and your wee bit of alcoholic beverage. Don't be running around in a skirt, however. It might be a bit chilly. Anyhow, I thought that since it's Robbie Burns night, I should speak about one of Scotland's adopted fighters. None other than the King of Scotland, the one and only Martin Bakole. Now, Martin Bakole, according to big media channels and places like Talk Sport, is the most avoided heavyweight on the planet. The evidence for this is really limited to what Martin Bakole and his trainer Billy Nelson have said. And that's that everybody avoids Big Martin because in sparring, where I think he's now universally recognized as the king of sparring, he has stopped most, if not all, of the top fighters. He stopped Jarrell Big Baby Miller. He broke the nose of Daniel Dubois, not once, but twice. He stopped Joe Joyce. In fact, he released a video where he'd knocked Joe Joyce's headgear off. And that he'd knocked out Anthony Joshua. Well, that might actually be true. Anyhow, no disrespect to AJ. And that he had stopped Alexander Usyk. What's especially interesting about the Usyk stoppage is Bakole has shown that he has a punch that shares similarities with the magic bullet used in the JFK assassination. That bullet, if you believe what's written in the Warren Report, changes direction. Bakole's punch is similar. Depending upon which interview, Bakole stopped Usyk with a jab, with a left hook, with a body shot. Interesting. A punch that can morph into something else, perhaps. A magic punch. Sort of shades of Ali Liston in a way. On the subject of Liston, people would have us believe that Bakole is the third coming of Liston, the second being, of course, George Foreman. But I don't know. Is he full of mustard? Or is he full of something a little less desirable to put on your burger? It seems to me that the evidence is limited only to what he and Billy Nelson have said. It's been denied by people who were apparently the recipients of such beatings. And in fact, Joe Joyce released a tape himself, which showed Martin Bakole doing an impersonation of perhaps many Scotsmen on Burns night, on all fours puking. However, Billy Nelson has been quick to point out that that's because Martin Bakole is a vegan, and he had eaten something that vegans aren't supposed to eat. I must say, he looks like a big lad for a vegan. 6'6", 300 pounds. So, maybe he is. Who knows? But odd that he would be on his knees puking in the sparring session with Joe Joyce, having perhaps consumed, pork sausage or something. Or maybe he consumed a few body shots himself. I don't know. I wasn't there. But the one person whose word I would take at face value is a person who has an impeccable career, is not known to trash talk, and in the eyes of most of us is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. I know Daniel Dubois has one of the belts, but the person I'm talking about is Alexander Usyk. So Usyk said, people can make up different stories. This is in response to the claim that Bakole had stopped him in sparring. But people shouldn't believe everything they hear. Do not forget that boxing is not only a sport, but also a show. Therefore, many want to draw attention to themselves for PR or other purposes. Personally, I would take Usyk's words to the bank. Your mileage may vary, of course. Interesting, though, in conclusion, that the one person who laid a beating upon Martin Bakole, Michael Hunter, who despite clamoring for a rematch, wasn't offered one. And in that fight, Billy Nelson is pleading with his fighter not to quit. Michael Hunter, of course, won that fight. Interesting, hey? So what do you think? Is Martin Bakole full of mustard, ready to go, hot as anything, just waiting to terrorize the division? Or is he like stuff that I shovel up every day, looking after the horses outside, full of manure? Please let me know in the comments. Please hit like, share, and subscribe. And wherever you are, have a fabulous day. Cheers. Bye-bye now.